I thought it was just faulty wiring at first, subtle flickering lights out the corner of my eye. But soon the migraines came, then shapes starting through shadows. That's when the true terror began. My reflection in the antique mirror no longer moved as I did. Something sinister had awakened within the glass, and it wanted out. This is the chilling tale of a malevolent entity I inadvertently unleashed from a mirror's depths. Its malignant presence will stop at nothing to escape its reflective prison. Can I find a way to repel this parasitic evil before it consumes my life completely? Hit subscribe and let me know in the comments if you want to hear more creepypasta stories. But proceed with caution, this mirror's darkness will haunt your dreams. It started with flickering lights. Subtle at first, barely noticeable. I'd catch glimpses of the bathroom light pulsing in my peripheral vision. Dismissed it as faulty wiring in the old house. But soon the flickering spread: lamps, bulbs, screens. Like the electricity was unsteady. Then came the headaches. Splitting pain behind my eyes. Migraines that had me debilitated in the dark for days. Medicine provided no relief. The doctors couldn't find anything wrong in the tests. When the hallucinations started, that's when the real fear took hold. Shapes darting in shadows. Phantoms in the corner of my eye. I'd spin around and find nothing there. In the bathroom mirror, my gaunt, sickly reflection stared back. But sometimes, it didn't follow my movements. Its gaze would linger on me, cloudy eyes narrowing. I covered the mirrors with sheets, but couldn't escape the feeling of being watched. Presences lurking just out of sight, lingering in the flickering periphery. At night, footsteps creaked outside my room. Deep, ragged breathing at my door. I'd squeeze my eyes shut, praying for morning light. Until one night, the presence entered. Heavy footsteps thudded across the room. The foot of my bed sagged as an unseen force sat. I felt the blanket slowly peeled back. Foul breath on my face. A twisted hand caressing my cheek. Panic surged through me. I screamed, flailing wildly. My hand connected with something solid, a head and torso. A distorted face flashed in the darkness. My doppelganger's mouth yawned open, oozing black bile. It screeched, an inhuman guttural cry that rattled my skull. I kicked out violently. The thing retreated into shadows. Only then did I understand. The headaches, hallucinations, they started when I brought that antique mirror home. Something dwells within the glass. A parasitic entity trying to push its way out. To replace me. I knew what had to be done. I crept to the garage and seized the sledgehammer. With shuddering breaths, I approached the veiled bathroom mirror. In one swing, shards of silvered glass exploded across porcelain. A ghastly wail filled the room. Black ooze seeped from the fractured frame like old blood. I kept striking, over and over, until nothing remained but pulverized fragments. A violent energy seemed to disperse into the air. At last, silence. Just me amidst the ruined mirror. Safe. I'd barely recognized my gaunt face now. But at least I know it's truly mine. The presence has been shattered, scattered between dimensions once again. But sometimes I still see flickering shapes, lingering flashes of that twisted grin. Feel cold breath on my neck. It's not fully destroyed. Just temporarily banished. And it's waiting for me to bring another mirror home. To once again grant it passage into this world. I know it's out there, skirting the edges of reality. Watching for its chance to cross back through. So trust me. Destroy every mirror. Because you never know what might be looking back from the reflective void within. In the weeks after I smashed the mirror, I sank into a paranoid isolation. I covered or removed any object that could cast a reflection. I knew it was watching, waiting for any glint of itself to start pushing back through. I stopped leaving the house. Groceries were delivered, deposited on the porch to avoid any contact. This thing wanted my life, and I wasn't going to let it take me so easily. But you can't hide from darkness itself. It finds a way. My vigilance began slipping. Exhaustion took hold. I'd startle awake, realizing I'd nodded off for hours. That's when the nightmares bled through. Images flashed behind my eyes, gnashing teeth, hollow eyes. My haggard features twisted in anguish and hunger. A reflection that moved on its own accord. I'd wake drenched in sweat, clutching my chest. Just dreams, I told myself. But I knew better. The glimpses came when my guard was down. It was trying to terrify me into submission. Until one night, it emerged from a dream and into reality. I awoke to find myself on the bathroom floor. Slowly lifted my head. In the cracked medicine cabinet glass, the doppelganger stared back. My ragged face, but with a baleful intelligence in its eyes. It grinned darkly. I screamed and smashed the cabinet. The thing vanished in a splash of silver shards. Trembling, I swept up every last sliver. But it was too late. I'd let it back in, even for just a moment. It's getting braver now. Testing me. I'll jolt awake to find furniture moved, doors open that I know I locked tight. Last night, it manifested just outside my bedroom. I woke to see its silhouette lurking in the darkness, waiting for me to falter again. I can't live like this. But I know there's only one way to end the nightmare for good. To purge its festering presence from my mind completely. If I rid myself of all reflective surfaces, starve it back into nothingness, I might find peace. It's a desperate plan, but I'm out of options. So tomorrow I'll seal up this house. Smash every window, sabotage anything that can cast an image. And if that doesn't work, well, they say a truly smooth surface reflects the soul. Tonight will be my last night with a mirror. Come morning, I end this. Just pray I can stay awake until then. It's here creeping up from the dark corners of my psyche, closer every day. But I won't let it take hold again. Even if I must become as faceless as it wants me to be. A small price to pay to silence the whispers of my reflection. To finally stop feeling watched in my own home.